I just got back from the HighLevel Level Up Summit in Dallas, and honestly, I'm still trying to process everything that I learned. I went in knowing basically nothing about high-level automation or affiliate marketing. I was just curious about how people were using tech to grow their business and build more freedom into their lives. I felt a little out of place walking into a massive event full of experienced marketers, agency owners, and creators, but I went anyway because something in me said, you need to be in that room. I am so glad I listened to that voice because I left Dallas with clarity, direction, and this deep feeling that I was exactly where I was supposed to be. So a little bit about me. My name is Lauren Harris, and I'm currently working toward my real estate license in Indiana. I have a background in sales and hospitality. My long-term vision is to build a business that blends real estate, hospitality, and automation, helping people simplify their work in the Airbnb and property management space. But right now, this is the very beginning. I'm learning tech, I'm learning AI, all from scratch. I'm not a developer or a marketer. I'm just someone who's curious. I want to understand how people are using systems and automation to buy back their time, and I want to show other beginners that they can learn this stuff too. That's what inspired me to go to the HighLevel Level Up Summit. I wanted to see what was possible, and wow, it completely opened my eyes to a whole new world. So from here on out, I'm going to document my journey. The wins, the struggles, the confusion, the breakthroughs, all of it. Because I want this channel to be proof that you don't have to be an expert to start. You just have to be willing to learn out loud. So the first thing that stood out to me at the summit was community. I expected to feel out of place, but instead everybody was so open, encouraging, and genuinely wanting to help. During the affiliate panel, I listened to people like Cece Tan, Ali Bloyd, Rodrigo Camacho, Clay Lawrence, and Nick Pont, all sharing how they built success in completely different ways. Some focused on content, some on systems, and some on relationships, but they all had one thing in common. They showed up. One line I wrote down during that session really stuck with me. People aren't buying your product. They're buying transformation and identity reinforcement. That changed everything for me because that's what I've always loved about hospitality. It's not about what you offer, it's about how you make people feel. One of the biggest lessons I took away came from Ryan Deiss during his kind of impromptu Q&A. It was supposed to be a table talk, and it turned into a really awesome learning experience. He said, indecisiveness is a poverty mindset. It made me realize how often I've delayed decisions, waiting to feel ready, waiting for the perfect time, and waiting for everything to make sense. But what if ready never comes? Ryan also talked about impact-based delegation, which basically means asking yourself, where am I creating the most leverage? That hit me because I tend to take on everything myself. I realized that if I want to scale anything, my future business, my life, I have to focus on what actually matters the most. And then Jesse Itzler came on stage and completely flipped my perspective again. He said, build your life resume, not just your work one. That one line stopped me in my tracks. I realized I've been chasing productivity when what I really want is presence. Growth isn't just about doing more, it's about doing what's meaningful. Another speaker who totally shifted my mindset was Nick, and I cannot pronounce his last name, so I will have it down in the description. His story is incredible. Hearing him talk about resilience made me rethink everything I've labeled as hard. He said something along the lines of, if you have the ability to complain, you have the ability to take action. And one phrase from my notes keeps replaying, pain equals leverage. It made me realize the things that scare me most right now, like learning tech or putting myself on camera, those are exactly the things that will make me grow the most. I wrote this in my notebook. The meaning I attach to the experience becomes the experience. So I'm choosing to give this new chapter a positive meaning. Another thing that Nick pointed out was a framework that stood out to me, STB, Story, Teach, Breakthrough. It's such a simple formula, but it made me realize that content doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. There was a huge focus on content creation and AI tools, and for someone like me who's never considered herself techie, it was honestly exciting. I also loved hearing people talk about AI, not as this scary, complicated thing, but as a creative tool. Molly Mahoney's presentation on AI tools and agents was amazing. Another note I wrote down was, what I focus on, I get more of. So instead of focusing on fear or comparison, I'm choosing to focus on learning, experimenting, and showing up, even if I'm figuring it out as I go. This event wasn't just about business or marketing, it was about becoming someone who's ready for success. Beyond the business and tech takeaways, the summit had a big emotional impact on me, so I'm shifting my focus away from doubt and towards courage, learning, and consistency. I'm almost positive Molly Mahoney said this: "Who's to tell you you have to earn a credit? I dub me awesome." It made me laugh, but honestly, it's a reminder that I needed. I don't have to wait for anybody to validate me. So moving forward, I'm going to be sharing this entire process, learning HighLevel, exploring AI tools, and documenting my growth as I work toward getting my real estate license and building a business that helps others in the real estate and hospitality space do the same. I want this channel to be proof that you can start from zero knowledge and still build something amazing. My goal is to bridge personal development with tech, to show confidence and curiosity are the real foundations of success. If you've ever felt like you were behind or not qualified to start something new, this is your sign that it's okay to begin where you are. I'm learning this in real time, and I'm bringing you along for the journey. So if you want to learn HighLevel, AI, and business the real way from the messy beginning, hit subscribe, follow along, and let's grow together. Because we're not waiting until we're ready anymore. We are starting now.